The government says over the next decade it wants to build an average of 1 reactor a year. Is that feasible?
It is feasible if you focus on two things. One, creating the production system so that you can get to fleet production. And two, shifting alongside the large plant to the small modular reactors. And of course, we are very favorable towards the Rolls-Royce small modular reactor for many reasons. One being it's built here in the UK. So we can focus on manufacturing. We can get the reactors where we need them throughout the country. So to really get to fleet production, 1 reactor a year, 24 gigawatts of capacity over the next 40 years, you need to focus on small modular reactors, particularly with the Rolls-Royce SMR.
And I suppose that would be new capacity, because when we look at something like Sizewell C, the C in the bit of the name, means that it's the third one on that site, i.e. Sizewell B is being or has been decommissioned. Does that mean that actually Sizewell C is adding any new energy to the market at all?
So you have 9 gigawatts of capacity here in the UK, which is shutting down, end of life. There's no more extensions of these reactors. They're some of the original civil reactors on the planet. So the 24 gigawatts is actually new capacity because you can't extend the life of the 9 gigawatts that you have. So in actuality, you're tripling the amount of nuclear power you'll have here in the UK.
That's really, really fascinating. And so if we're looking at these big points, Hinkley, Sizewell, are there any more big projects? Or after this, is it really hell for leather for these small, modular, potentially more local reactors?
That's a great question. I think there's enough room for both. I think if you look at Wilva and some of these other sites that were pursuing large plants, they failed because there wasn't a commitment by the government. So I think you're going to see both a larger commitment for large reactors, but I think you're exactly right. It is time to shift to the small modular reactors because it allows us to not only build them in the factory, which reduces the cost, it allows us to put this nuclear power where I need the energy, particularly up in Cumbria, Moorside, Wilva, and we want to move these reactors to where I need the energy. Plus, it allows us to attract new industry to these areas. This is very much about UK being energy independent. It is tied completely to national security, and all of the challenges you're seeing in the EU right now with energy poverty were caused because we weren't thinking about these things when we needed to. So I'm very excited about the energy security commitment.